All right, there you go. Waiting for it. Damn, hook me up, Macho. All right, let's get it started in Houston. Talking about money, where Deshaun Watson just got a whole lot of money. Watson signed a 4-year extension for $39 million a year, which puts him just behind Patrick Mahomes. The news made people think about the other quarterback in Texas, Dak Prescott, who will be playing under the franchise tag for just over $31 million, which is currently 9th among quarterbacks in the league. So, Acho, will Deshaun Watson's deal have any impact on Dakary?
No, it won't, Marcellus, but I'm going to answer the question you mean to ask me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what
like I wrote that one.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Does it have any impact on Dak in Dallas? And the answer to that is no. Right? When you think about Dak Prescott and his contract in Dallas, not Dak Prescott in general.
Man, you being particular today. What you mean? That's the same question.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, let's go.
Let me explain how it's not. Dak Prescott in Dallas, the Cowboys have already showed us, they showed the world, they showed you, if you're paying attention, there's a line in the sand. And that line in the sand is roughly $33 million. That is what we are willing to pay Dak Prescott.
Sure about
I don't care what y'all pay Deshaun. I don't care what y'all pay Wentz. I don't care what you pay Goff. I don't care what you pay Wilson. We know what Dak Prescott is worth to us in Dallas at the Star at Jerry World. We know what Dak Prescott is worth to us. So Deshaun Watson breaking the bank, that really don't mean nothing for Dak. I mean, Deshaun reset the market by over $4 million to Russ. Again, I'll get into that more a little bit later. But what does that mean for the Cowboys and Dak? It don't mean nothing. Let me break it down like this, Marcellus.
You ain't broke it down yet?
Nah,
You've been talking for 5 minutes. You ain't broke it down yet.
I got it broke, but it ain't broke down. Every summer, not during COVID, I go to Nigeria on a medical mission trip, and we take about 30 doctors and nurses, some black people, some white people, everybody, right? And at the end of this trip, after we're done working, we go to an open market, and we buy things. We buy different artifacts,
A swap meet, basically?
No, because it's not. We're buying like carved masks. We're buying different artifacts, right? And I know my number. I'll go and I'll see a painting, and I'll say, I am not paying more than X amount for that painting. Now, another one on our team, an American might stroll up to that market and say, oh, I love this painting. I'll overpay for it. Just because I see them overpay, Marcellus, doesn't mean that I'm now going to sit here and be like, dang, they overpaid, so now I have to overpay. In the same breath, the Cowboys have a line in the sand. Just like when I'm in that market in Nigeria, I have a line in the sand. I don't care what y'all pay for what you think is good and a good product. I know what I'm going to pay for what I think is good.
Okay, first, let's talk about, did you steal that tie bar from me on the open market? Or at your market, you talk about, stop, thief! Or let them wear our princely garbs. Y'all catch that reference later. 2, I'm never vacationing with you because you vacation on a budget. I am not paying this. You the dude that we ordered the margaritas, you're like, excuse me, how much? I hate that person, dog. Let me just get my margarita, dog. Let me stay in my zone. All right, here's another thing. You are absolutely incorrect and wrong about this entire situation. Unreal, and you're from the state of Texas.
I am from Dallas.
Maybe you can't see the forest from the trees. You're a little too close to the situation. Let me help you from the outside. This will have a huge impact on Dak Prescott for many reasons. One, based on performance in terms of if you really want to do the comps between those two players, Dak gets the photo finish lead win.
To make the argument.
Over Deshaun Watson. But let's also talk about the Cowboys organization, as we talked about before, in terms of losing leverage in this situation. They have a problem. And it's a good problem, but they're going to have to pay for this problem. And that's Dak's contract. Don't forget the trampoline effect that happens to all of these quarterbacks. Hey, you get paid the highest just 2 years ago, Jimmy G, with only 7 games on your resume. Everybody got to leapfrog you, and they did. Now you look at Dak Prescott, and you look at him at a $31 million franchise tag, and you're saying roughly that's what they think of Dak Prescott, and that's incorrect. James Slater already reported that they offered Dak $33 to $35 million in a 5-year scenario. Oh, what is 5 times 33 or 5 times 35? 165 to 175. That's what they already offered him. You know what Deshaun just signed for? If you really want to add all the years, the 2 years he's playing, undervalued the next 2 years, and then the 4-year extension? 6 years, 180. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Dak already at 5, 165, 175. You at 6, 180?
Correct.
Bad situation. Good math, though.
Let me get back to the basics.
Okay, let's go.
What I told you in the first set, I said I'm answering the question you really want to ask. Now let me answer the question that you are in fact asking.
Okay.
Will Deshaun's deal have an impact on Dak? Yes, but not in Dallas. That is the point I'm going to make. Yes, but not in Dallas. Dak Prescott is not going to eclipse this $39 million marker as I look at it based on the New Year's that Deshaun get. But remember, you've told me this, and the world knows this by now. Kirk Cousins, franchise tagged in Washington. Franchise tagged again. Then Kirk left Washington, went to Minnesota, and as you just spoke of, Jimmy G got jumped. He got jumped by Kirk, not in Washington, but with the new team in Minnesota. Dak Prescott will benefit from this Deshaun Watson deal if and when he leaves Dallas. He'll only benefit from it in Dallas if he wins a Super Bowl again. The Cowboys have their line in the sand. That line in the sand is likely $33 to $35 million of new money. But that line is already drawn, Marcellus, and Jerry Jones is not moving that line based on what anybody else does except Dak Prescott winning a Super Bowl. Outside of that Super Bowl, that line is in the sand, and it's not moving.
Ooh, Dak Prescott's going to be the last domino to fall. And last time I checked, they saved the best for last, and that's going to be Dak Prescott. But let's bring in somebody who knows a thing or two about getting paid in the NFL. Fox NFL analyst LeVar Arrington. So, LeVar, will Deshaun Watson's deal have any impact on Dak?
Yes, it certainly will have an impact on. Listen, Dak wanted to be at the same numbers as Deshaun Watson. Are we there? Are we there?
Yeah, we there.
Got you.
All right, okay.
Spent all that money, not on Wi-Fi.
Deshaun definitely wanted to be at the number, or excuse me, Dak wants to be at the numbers Deshaun is at right now. Here's the problem, and I think, Acho, you're touching on it, and you're really, really flirting with it on a really, really close level, but let me bring it all the way home. Okay?
Do so.
He's a 4th-round draft pick. Y'all brought up Jimmy Garoppolo getting his money, right? Well, where did Jimmy Garoppolo start?
New England.
In New England, right? So that goes to Acho's point. He had to go somewhere else before the value was given to him that he was seeking. Y'all brought up Kirk Cousins as an example, right? He had to leave Washington to go get that money, right? So I'm saying, yes, it will impact him. Undoubtedly, it will impact him because, again, you look at Deshaun Watson and what he has going on. Deshaun Watson has established himself as the undeniable face of a franchise in Houston. Deshaun Watson was also a 12th pick in the 1st round. The value that is given and bestowed upon high draft picks and trying to get that ROI on their investment is a tremendous, tremendous factor in making these type of decisions. Unfortunately for Dak Prescott, that 33 million, 35 range, that is actually tremendously high for a 4th-round draft pick for a team. In any industry that you will find yourself in, it's difficult to justify going from looking at the value of saying we're going to get him in the 4th round and now we're going to make him the highest paid player in the National Football League. His value is there, but unfortunately, that value may not come unless he goes to a different team.
Oh, man.
It sounds like LeVar and I agree.
It sounds like you guys agree, which is interesting because you guys came to the wrong conclusion together. And it's amazing how two lost people can find the same place. But you guys did it. And it's amazing that y'all been lied to, led astray, hoodwinked, bamboozled into thinking how Dak has to leave to get his money just because Kirk Cousins did. Let me show you guys, one, who really wins the battle when we're talking about who's making the money. The ATM winner, the champion there, not the champion just on the field, but the champion at the bank. Look at this full screen right now talking about Kirk Cousins and his money.
Full screen king.
Full screen king time. Kirk Cousins, of all the talk and stigmas of the franchise tag, and he had to leave to go get it, whatever you want to say, when the rubber meets the road, Kirk Cousins is winning the battle in terms of who gets the most for their services, followed by 5 other guys who didn't have to leave at all to get their money. All trumping this. Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Drew Brees. Why do I bring this up? It's not just to say the obvious, which is y'all keep acting like the franchise tag is a negative thing when it's a positive thing. And then y'all try to move the goalpost and say, okay, well, it ain't that bad, because obviously this full screen kills that. But you have to leave to go get your money. Now let's talk about that situation where Dak Prescott has already been offered 5 years, $175.
We don't know the details.
Okay, look, he's been offered $33 million. They both agree.
I'll give you
That's
that
5 years, 165.
I'll give you that.
5 years, 165.
Fair.
Deshaun just signed for 6 years, 175. Acho, if Fox came to you with both of those deals, which one you taking? That's my point. Dak can't lose.
It depends on what's guaranteed, Marcellus.
The guarantees were the same, 110. Brother, I do my homework. The guarantees were the same, 110. So here's the thing. Dak is sitting there with a hypothetical floor that is already Deshaun Watson's ceiling. His floor is his ceiling. I don't understand the argument. All I hear is y'all projecting that he has to leave when Jerry said he's not leaving. He's our franchise quarterback for the future, and Dak is saying the same thing.
First and foremost, Jerry done lied before. So you're not going to use Jerry's testament and testimony as a standard of truth.
He ain't lied to me. He said, Marcellus, you got to go. And I left. Wasn't he lied to me. He told the real on me. What you mean? I was sorry.
The point I'm going to make is what you've established early on is the disconnect for us is simply this. You think that because Dak Prescott has accomplished a lot, Jerry Jones will continue to overcommit or move his mark. Jerry will not overcommit, nor will he move his mark. Jerry is giving Dak 33 to 35. Again, Dak's contract situation and Deshaun's situation are different. Dak had fulfilled his entire rookie contract prior to now coming to the table and renegotiating. Deshaun has not fulfilled his rookie contract. Dak has played under more risk. Dak has had to play all 4 years before re-upping. It's the difference between Dak and Deshaun, but we're not going to get into the hairs of that. So many people would say, well, why would the Cowboys leave and let go of Dak when they are Super Bowl contenders? Remember, you can be good, but good is the enemy of great. The Kansas City Chiefs, 2018, they were really good. 12-4. Alex Smith was their starting quarterback, and they had a young quarterback waiting in the wings by the name of Patrick Mahomes. But good kept the Chiefs from being great. They let Alex Smith go. Alex Smith goes on to Washington. Patrick Mahomes, he takes over, and the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott has proven himself to be really, really good. Until Dak Prescott proves himself to be great, Marcellus, until he proves himself to be the Cowboys will let him go at a number.
Falling into these traps.
Listen, we just going to have our compass and think we're going the right way. You're going to have yours think you're going the right way, all right? Because I'm going to continue on with what he's saying.